For a country so obsessed with sex and porn, why is sex education in schools still a taboo? India is perceived to be the land of Kama Sutra, then why do Indian parents and teachers shy away from talking about sex openly with kids? If biology is a subject in school curriculum, why the chapter on reproduction is conveniently overlooked and never taught properly? OMG 2 presents these arguments with a generous dose of humor that never lets the film enter the preachy zone and keeps it highly entertaining. Director-writer Amit Rai has meticulously touched upon the subject of sex education without making it sound frivolous or vulgar. The film traces Kanti Sharan Mudgal, Pankaj Tripathi, who runs a puja shop near a temple and is a die-hard devotee of Mahakal, Lord Shiva, a caring husband, a doting father to two and a good, and generally a kind man. His life turns upside down when his son Vivek, Harish Verma, gets admitted to the hospital due to exhaustion caused by excessive masturbation, selfie, as a slang, and gets rusticated from school on the pretext of obscene and vulgar conduct, after a video of him doing the act in school toilet is circulated on the internet. OMG, Paresh Rawal plays a snarky, naastik, atheist, with such verve that poor Krishna Vasudev Yadav from Gokul is compelled to come down to the earth to teach the former the error of his ways. In so doing, the film disses caste and creed, while taking several digs at paakhandis across all religions who prey upon the gullible. A main character talks of gulp, Gita, Bible and Quran in the same breath. In other words, OMG, fronted by Akshay Kumar and Paresh Rawal, bravely sent up religious hypocrisies across the board, and we all laughed our heads off even as the great skeptic Kanji Lal Mehta discovered religion. To save his family from being ostracized, Kanti decides to flee with his family, and that's when enters the messenger of God, Akshay Kumar, to guide him and put him on a righteous path to fight for his son. Upon realizing that his son has actually been a victim of misinformation and misguidance, Kanti takes the matter in his own hands, and drags the school authorities to the court along with babas, sex therapists, a doctor and a chemist who made Vivek conscious about his sexual desires. There, he is pitted against an English-speaking lawyer Kamini Maheshwari, Yami Gautam, and the two present their arguments in front of Judge Purushotam Nagar, Pavan Malhotra. And every time Kanti Sharan falters, Bole Nats, Doot, aka Messenger, standing in for the Lord himself, but we aren't fooled, are we? Appears in all sorts of quirky guises, as a mendicant with dreadlocks, as a colorful harlequin zooming around in a sports car, and so on. It helps, of course, that it is Shiva, the coolest, zaniest god in the Hindu pantheon. And this time around, Akshay has even more fun. Yes, he is playing Antariyama, the all-knowing, but with the kind of lightness he can display when he is not taking himself seriously. The Nandi Bull, Bole Nat's official, Vahan, appearing every time he does, is a very funny, apt touch. It's been a while since I enjoyed an Akshay Kumar performance as much as this one. And I haven't been taken by surprise as much as I was in OMG 2, in the best way possible. It took me some time to get used to the fact that this was a film which was taking its mission talking up the vital importance of sex education amongst school-going children, and even more importantly, taking the shame away from such discussions so seriously that it would get into severely explanatory mode, and stick with it. It also chooses to go all out in terms of the language used, never pulling punches, and naming things as they are, even if it is somewhat on the nose. The dialogue writers have clearly had a blast, making us laugh despite a few clunky sideswipes at Macaulay's Shiksha Pranali, while emphasizing the goodness of Sanadin Dharm. The pace is uneven, though, and some parts slacken, and the use of should Hindi is clever. It helps keep things opaque when you can go over the heads of people initially before shocked yet gleeful understanding hits. OMG 2 also lunges for melodramatic patches and some Nach Gana, including an all-too-brief Tadav.